What's going on, guys? It's been a while. Robbie's still alive, by the way.
How are y'all? By the grace of God.
Danny's still alive. He moved far away now, so we see him less. But
I did.
So you might be wondering what the banana-colored vehicle is behind us right here. Sorry for the mess, by the way. We've been me and Robbie have been working on this thing for what, like a month already? Off and on.
Been keeping this on the wraps for a while, so.
Yeah. So my old man ended up buying a brand new 2021 Jeep Gladiator Mojave. He has a 2013 Rubicon on 37s, 3-inch lift, pretty basic. He wanted to go all out on this one. This thing has 966 miles on it. So literally brand new. So far what we've done is done a AFE dual exhaust. Can't really show you, but it does have ARB air lockers front and rear. Yeah, we still need to finish plumbing our air lines, but we're waiting for our lift from Evo to come in. It has a decked system in the back. All the storage. My dad loves storage. If he could have more storage, he would, but I compromised and got him in. So like I said, yeah, we have ARB air lockers front and rear, 488 gears. You can see got one of this is the factory open diff for the front.
What happened here?
That was when we fixed the charger the other day.
Oh yeah, making tools. That's a specialty we got over here at the garage. And
this is the place we've been spending the most time, which you can't really tell much, but did a little engine intake on it. The Bantam S-Pod to control all of our electronics. So right now what we got wired in is the roof lights, rear locker, front locker, and air compressor. These are the air filters for the air compressor, a air chuck to run an individual line, and I did something a little bit different on this one and went ahead and teed in a air up-down system. So essentially, this thing right here, I have 4 individual lines that I connect on each corner of the vehicle. Here's one of them right here. So there's 4 lines that go on, and once all 4 lines are on, I can actually bleed the air pressure down simultaneously in all 4 tires just by opening that valve. And then this regulator is set at 30 psi. So again, I would just connect all 4 lines, turn the air compressor on, and it's going to equalize all 4 tires. There is a Genesis dual battery tray right here, and I'm running 2 full throttle Group 25 batteries, which they actually hooked it up in a big way on those. You guys know I sell a ton of batteries. So they went ahead and took care of us on that, which we appreciate, you know, more than words can describe, really. So the biggest thing we got going on right now.
Hold on, we gotta show the light bar, bro. Of course.
You're gonna fold the damn.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well, all right.
He's just giving me a hand. Look at that beauty right there. Can you show it or what, son?
So this is a rigid midnight single row, and the Go Rhino brackets, which these are the only brackets that fit a Mojave, by the way, because the cowl and the hood are actually raised up compared to a Rubicon. These are the only ones that work. All the lighting on this thing is going to be rigid. I'm waiting on fenders, inner fender liners, front bumper and rear bumper from Road Armor. We're going to have another 20-inch light bar right here. We're going to have rigid pods that go in the bumper as well. That roof light bar, and then I have more rigid lights to go in the rear bumper. But the biggest thing we got going on right now, because this thing's going to be on 40s, all right? Sorry, I keep wiping my face, by the way. It's about 120 degrees in here right now with no fans on because the audio is trash. And we went ahead and got a Magnuson for this thing. So this thing took, I want to say 10 weeks to come in. In my opinion, this is a lot of blower for a 3.6.
She beefy.
I don't know.
She beefy. Check out the center cooler, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Look at this core.
Yeah, the core is literally like probably 5 inches thick.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everybody gets paid.
This is a complete system from Magnuson, down to, you know, the coolant reservoir. It's got a heat exchanger from Griffin that's going to go behind the front grille. All the hoses are like, you know, crazy OEM quality. Fuel injectors, all the bolts, new map sensor. For whatever reason, a new oil cap. That's kind of weird, but whatever. idlers, the remote tuning device so I can flash the tune in once I get the ECU unlocked.
And a license plate.
I'm not putting that on.
Perfect.
We're gonna put this on Robbie's Ranger.
Let's do
That'd
it.
be hilarious.
Let's do it.
My dad has a thing with Gladiators and stuff lately. He put some damn Gladiator on the dashboard that I already ripped off. He's just kind of messing with me at this point. So first things first, we got to get... I already pulled the fuel pump relay and got the fuel out of the fuel lines. Got to go ahead and disconnect the batteries, get the intake off, grill off, intake plenum off, and just start ripping this thing apart, seeing how far we can get today. Magnuson says 8 to 10 hours. I don't think it's going to take us that long, but you know how it goes. So we'll check back once we got some stuff taken apart here. All right, I'd say about 45 minutes to an hour in, this is where we're at. We got the upper intake manifold off. That's a silencer for the injectors. That EGR was a royal pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't pointing at it.
I got hurt.
Yeah, that with that gasket. These things were a nightmare to try and take off, so we just kind of left them on for right now. And now that the intake manifold's out of the way, we can get them off easier. Next step, we got to get the lower manifold off, which is what has these O-rings on it right there. And we have to gap the spark plugs, which is going to definitely be the easiest time right now as well, because pretty much everything's out of the way. Coils right there, pull the plugs out, gap them to 35,000ths, and keep it moving. So far, so good. Magnuson did a really good job on all the instructions. I mean, I guess when you pay $6,800 for a supercharger kit.
For the price, shouldn't they fly somebody out here and install this shit for you?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of pissed it didn't come with a spark plug, so they're like, hey, you should get NGK whatevers, and...
No, that's by far the best quality instructions I've ever seen.
Those are just like the ones that came on the back seat for the golf cart.
Oh, yeah. You'd have to check our previous videos to see how much we love that backseat kit.
Low on it.
So we're gonna keep it moving here. Turn the fans back on because everybody's dying right now.
Please.
But yeah, alternator, idler bracket, all that stuff is new with the Magnuson kits because we got to do a little bit of rerouting with the belt.
Install.
Which is also very stupid on how they route the belt because you kind of need to put it through the bracket.
Yeah.
So if you ever need to change a belt on a Gladiator, you kind of have to pull the alternator off and the bracket.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
This is a good time.
Whatever. But anyway, we're going to keep cracking on this thing, and hopefully we can get those plugs done, the lower manifold, upper manifold, and supercharger, and the new injectors all mounted up today. Hey guys, real quick, how much would you charge to do plugs on a Gladiator?
Whatever he quotes, probably about my rate, about $1,100. You know what? Just because I'm involved, add a couple hundred to it.
So technically, I think you're supposed to remove this bracket in order to do this. Yeah. But our buddy Mr. Prybar helped out, so we got that off. Already regapped all the passenger side bank plugs back down to 35,000ths. As soon as he's done with that, Robbie's gonna pull these out so I can get them regapped, and then we can continue on with the fun stuff because spark plugs aren't fun.
What's down there?
Oh, the freaking 3 gallons of coolant that I had to drain out of this. So yeah, you got to take off the heater core lines apparently to do some more rerouting back there for the Magnuson. So yeah, super fun. All right, so as you can see with the disaster zone that we have going on here, we've gotten as far as putting on some new hoses over here, new fittings, rerouting, making room for the blower. We did run into a very big issue. Not that big of an issue, I guess. It's going to require some thinking and engineering on our part. So this pump is supposed to go right there where that giant air compressor is. So I'm going to have to mount it. We were sitting here debating near the steering box, under the battery tray, and they were like, well, Danny pointed out, I mean, it will fit directly on the other side, but I'm going to have to do some major rerouting of coolant hoses.
Completely custom make the coolant hoses. That's all we can do.
Yeah. So, custom Jeeps, custom problems, I guess. God, this looks like a disaster.
If anybody else installs a Magnuson kit, read the entire instruction manual before starting.
Yeah.
Because they're not in order. The instructions are not in order.
Yeah. They had me put this in the way before I had to do the line on the
Two lines
on the back of the valve cover for the PCV, and then there's another line underneath that for the VMF, was it?
VMV.
Whatever, for the venting fuel, whatever crap.
Underneath all that.
So I had to take off the PCV hose just to get that one on, and yeah, just complete
Read ahead.
bunch of crap here
Read ahead.
that's getting in your way. This looks horrific.
Steak and beer. Steak and beer.
I guess. We closing this one out, or what are we doing?
That's going to be all she wrote for today.
All right. So we're gonna call it for today. We'll probably start on this again next week sometime. We don't work on the weekends anymore. Too old for that.
What about that line?
Yeah. I was hoping we would get a little further along, but it is what it is. Happy to be back in the shop. Happy to be making videos. What do you guys got to say?
2 thumbs up.
Dylan, you're not in focus.
Oh,
there you go.
what has
Nothing in his
thumbs
life
up
is in
for
focus.
having This guy. We got pretty far, in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, not bad. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. We'll catch you guys next time.